Hey guys, welcome back to yet another Game of Thrones theory video. This time let's have a little discussion about Tyrion and what might end up happening to him. Now, this would possibly be the most heartbreaking thing they could do to Tyrion. Now, there have been several allusions in past books about Tyrion's tongue. Like at one point when Oberyn comes and visits Tyrion when he's in the Black Cells, Oberyn says, "Oh, are you allowed to talk like that? Someone will have your tongue out." There are just loads of different points in which tongue removal has been mentioned in regards to Tyrion. Now, we've seen examples of tongue extraction from quite a few people already. Like, we had Joffrey remove the tongue of a minstrel who had made up a song like "Nothing's more dangerous than the lioness in my bed." Der kann Sturf, he has his tongue removed. Drogo removes the tongue of one of his blood riders that opposes him, and that bastard is the one that gives him the cut that gets infected and then he dies. Still not over that. I'd finally started to like Drogo and Daenerys, and what do? You go and kill him off, but you don't just do it once, do you? No, that would have been too easy. No, you kill him twice. You kill him twice. Why? Why? Anyway, to me there are too many allusions. You don't get that many allusions to losing a tongue as you do with Tyrion. He has it said to him several times, and he even mentions, "Oh, you know, my greatest gift is my wit." So the theory then states that Tyrion is going to lose his tongue at some point, which I don't know how I feel about that. It would just be one of the most heartbreaking things for him to perhaps find Tysha and not be able to say anything to her. Or he's not a fighter, and yet his wit is what has kept him alive, his intelligence, his tactical skill. So, would it not be perfect if he, like Jaime, has the thing he's known for taken away from him? Jaime loses his sword hand, Tyrion loses his tongue. And he even has a dream, if I am not wrong. Just get my glasses out for this. Get my glasses. But when he tried to speak, he found he had no mouth. Smooth, seamless skin covered his teeth. The discovery terrified him. How could he live without a mouth? So, this does seem to fit. If we go down the route of each of the Lannisters is going to have something that defines them taken away from them, it fits the pattern. Jaime has lost his sword hand, meaning he can no longer be deemed as the great swordsman. He is a cripple. Cersei has been said to be losing her beauty, which, you know, she was the most beautiful woman in Westeros, and now that she's getting on a bit, she's no longer the stunning beauty. Or, conversely, there is yet another theory that Cersei will lose her foot, which it probably sounds a bit like, oh, has she got like famous feet or something? Like, how does that work? In the same way that Jaime is a cripple, she would be a cripple. She would no longer be the beautiful queenly figure. She would be a cripple. She wouldn't be able to be self-reliant. She would lose something of her grace. Like, she comments on Shay's curtsy, saying, oh yes, I learnt to curtsy when I was a toddler. She ain't going to be able to curtsy no more if she loses her foot. So this just seems to feel like it's going to happen. Which, I love Tyrion. He's my favourite character. I don't know if I particularly want him to lose his tongue, but it would be interesting. And Peter Dinklage is such an amazing actor. He probably doesn't even need lines to convey everything he has to. So it just works. Bear with me. So we have Tywin, who he is the only thing that will be really remembered about him is his death at the hands of his son. His legacy is crumbling around him. Jaime's a cripple. His legacy is that he's been maimed. Cersei, she's known as the queen that was shamed. She's no longer this thing. She's no longer a figure to be feared in the eyes of the people. She's had to walk across King's Landing naked as the day she was born, and she hears people saying, oh gosh, she's the most beautiful woman, my wife's got better tits than her, and that kind of stuff. So Tyrion losing his tongue, the one thing that he feels he has to contribute, the one thing that sets him apart, he loses. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below, and as always, have a fantastic day. Goodbye.